So, a real quick demo of MonsterMQ and how we can use now AI to analyze topic and the topic data. So I will start first of all to get data into the MonsterMQ, and in our case, I will now connect to another broker, to the ProofIt Virtual Factory broker. So ProofIt. Namespace doesn't really matter. So for the broker URL is here, MonsterMQ. The username is ProofIt. Yeah, the password is a secret. Yeah, we use the local node. A clean session. We do not need a message buffering. We do not send anything. So, okay, let's add this bridge. And now we have to define what topics we want to subscribe to the ProofIt broker and bringing it to our MonsterMQ broker. So we have there 3 enterprises there. So let's take this one. Let's map it to ProofIt. We will not remove the base path. So then we will see in our broker ProofIt/enterprise A and the rest. So add this. So let's add another one. So add this. Add the problem. So, and now we should already be able to see data coming into our MonsterMQ. So we'll connect now here to my localhost because it is running on my localhost. So yeah, well, we're already getting in here all of the data of the ProofIt factory, so that is fine. And now I will, oh, it is already enabled. So here we have our archiving system in the MonsterMQ. In that case, we are using memory, so it is only a memory store, not really an archive. So it stores only the last value in that case in memory of, in that case, let's see, of all of our topics. Yeah, and now we're already seeing here incoming values for 500 messages per second. Let's go to the dashboard. Yeah, here we see from the MQTT bridge, we're getting this value in. And yeah, I also want to show you what you also can do is you can also really archive the data. Let's see, name it ProofIt, the archive group, and then say ProofIt. Yes, hashtag. Last value none, so we now want to archive data, so the history data. And in that case, I'm using now MongoDB as my primary database. And yeah, payload format I can use here JSON because MongoDB handles JSON very well, and most of the topics in our case of the ProofIt also have JSON as a payload. If it is not a JSON, then it will still be stored as a binary in the table. So we can define a retention period. So let's only keep 1 day for now. And a purge interval 1 hour is fine. The default, and then and yeah, I can show to you now here. MongoDB, here the Monster database. So here we have the internals and internal tables. We also see all of the connected sessions. If we have retained messages, and we see already a lot, so a lot of the messages from the ProofIt broker are retained messages, and all of them are stored in MongoDB. So you can also query it with MongoDB, but you can also use PostgreSQL instead of MongoDB. It depends what you prefer. And yeah, let's now activate the archive. And enable now the archive. Then we will see here a new table. Here we have the ProofIt archive, and we see already it is a time series table, a MongoDB time series table. now we see already that all of the data we are getting in here. So yeah, we have already more than almost 6,000 values in just some seconds. And yeah, here we see the metadata. We have the topic name and which client has published the topic, if it was a retained message, UUID of the message, the quality of service, and of course the payload. And here we see the payload. Yeah, that's the payload, what we have in the Prove It factory. But what I wanted to show is to you also the topic browser, what we have in MonsterMQ. And this is possible when you have an archive group which stores the last values, in that case into memory. I have selected here the default one. So you see here, this is the default archive group enabled, storing everything in memory. And by having this, we can then browse the topic name. So MonsterMQ is keeping all of the topics in memory. Of course, if we have outdated topics which will not change anymore and we reach a certain limit of the memory, then the oldest one will be purged. So this is to prevent that we grow endlessly. Yeah, and we see here now already the enterprises Stella's line. And what we have added here now is, so if we go deep, then you will also see here the data. Yeah. But what I want to do is, I just want to select here line 1, and then I'm going to the AI-based topic analyzer. And now we have here some shortcuts. This one, by the way, can be defined in a config file. So it is something like predefined prompts, let's say. We also have a system prompt, of course. And then I can press, for example, summary, and then, yeah, we already see here the prompt and provide a high-level summary of the topic tree. And what happens now is that the topics, what we have selected, yeah, in that case, it is limited to 100. So not to limit the context size a little bit. In that case, we have already more than 100 topics below this one, what we have selected. And yeah, the large language model now gives us a summary of what he sees there. Yeah? And it sees the topic tree, so the hierarchically structured topics, but also the data. Yeah? And then it gives us some insights. And so, can you find some Ui values? Let's see if it can handle this. Yeah, well, so that's cool. Now we see OE values found with a topic here, tell us line 1 OE value. Oh, okay, fine. Also the value. Yeah. And here we have some additional metric fields. So that is really cool. With that one, you can very easy browse and analyze your topics in your browser with the help of LLM directly inside in the MonsterMQ program.